Kasi parang it can't just be one like honestly like if you ask me parang if you wanna know fully who Ice is, you have to go to both sides.
Thank you po. Meron pong magtatanong tayo dito. Hello, hello.
Hi po, I'm Jem from Push ABS-CBN.
Hi.
Kanina na-tease na yung 3 out of 8 songs ng album, no?
Yeah.
And we're just curious kasi both of you and your wife are very advocate of the LGBTQIA+ community. So, dun ba sa natitirang 5 songs, meron bang song na like specially written for the LGBTQIA+ community? And if not, have you ever wrote something na like specifically for the community po?
Thank you for your question. Yes. Actually, yun yung, ano tawag sa ganun? Yun yung, sorry, ano tawag sa ganun? It's not like career, but it's like the title, hindi, not even, basta, there's a track that he will release. And it's one of the very special ones. Because I wrote it, it's called Anino. Okay? Itong Anino ay kanta na naisulat ko, yung lyrics na isulat ko, nung time na kaka-out ko pa lang sa sarili ko as a trans man. Sinulat ko siya noon because dito niya maririnig yung fears ko. Kasi syempre, di ba, being LGBT is hard enough, right? But I've transitioned so many times. You know, I first came out as lesbian, and then now I'm transitioning as a trans man. And of course, when you're a trans man kasi, hindi lang siya basta sa pananamit. Maraming mga bagay sa sarili mo ang feeling mo dapat magbago. Just to fully identify sa kung ano yung pinili mong identity. And of course, isa yun sa mga fears ko eh. What if I fully transition? Mamahalin niyo pa rin ba ako? What if magbago yung boses ko? Because of course, that's one step in transitioning. You take testosterone. Will you still love me? Will you still listen to my songs? So that's what Anino is about. So I'll just share a line there, parang the first stanza is parang takot pa rin ipagsigawan ang tunay na nadarama, baka tuluyang kalimutan at ako'y layuan. And then the chorus is, ayoko nang itago ang aking puso sa anyo na gusto mo. Ayoko nang magtago sa isang aninong hindi na totoo. Ayoko nang itago ang aking puso sa anyo na gusto mo. Ayoko nang magtago kahit kanino. Sana lang mahalin mo pa rin ako. So, when I first wrote that, akala ni Liza, it's like a love, it's what love, like our love. Sabi ko, no, it's for my fans. Because that's my fear. And it still is a fear. Na, if I continue, if I continue to be myself, will you still be there for me? Like how you were there for Aiza Sigera. And now that I am Ice, makikinig pa rin pa kayo sa akin. Yeah.
And second question lang po, this is not really music related, but of course, I think marami ng supporters mo yung nakakamiss to see you act on TV. I think last was Call Me Tita ng Iowa.
Yes, ang tagal na nun, oo.
Yeah. So I think 2019-ish ata yan. So like over 5 years, are you still open
I think before the pandemic pa siya, yeah.
So I think my question is, are you still open to act po? And if yes, meron ka bang project or roles that you are parang wanted to do for so long na hindi mo pa nagawa?
Ang ino-offer kasi sa akin ng mga roles ngayon, puro thirst trap. Yes!
Sample!
Actually, yes. I mean, I love acting. Actually, I'm doing another play for this September, Walang Aray. Yung part of Walang Aray. Pero sa TV kasi, I love the acting part, but I hate the waiting. Diba? Alam natin lahat yun. Ipapa-block off nila sa'yo Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Biglang boom, sasabihan ka that same day, sorry, wala po kayo ngayon. So, paano? Diba? So, ako, honestly, if may kukuha sa akin for, let's say, a TV series, no? As long as maayos yung schedule nila, game ako. Honestly, roles, I'd like to be challenged. I wanna do roles na feeling ko yung talagang may enjoy kong i-portray. Ano ba yan? Walang specific, nothing very specific, but I wanna challenge myself. Kasi lagi din ang honky piniplay ko. So, tapos na ako dun, you know, matured roles na to, man. Yeah, yun, siguro. Or siguro, films. I'd love to do films again. Yeah.
Thank you, Mother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much po.
Alright, meron pa po bang gustong magtanong? Any more? Going once? Going twice? Okay, ayan.
Chris from One Music PH.
Ano po?
Hello. So, ano yung nag-inspire or nag-trigger sa'yo para to come up with like an album of original songs all over again?
Actually, sir, matagal ko na pong gusto talaga magkaroon ng all-original na album. I mean, of course, di ba, I'm known naman din for originals, like pagdating ng panahon, di ba, akala mo, para lang sa'yo. But I didn't necessarily write those songs. So, it's still other people's songs, which I have no problems naman doing. I enjoyed it. Pero feeling ko kasi parang iba yung pakiramdam na sarili kong letra or sarili kong music yung nakakanta ko. So, matagal na po siyang flame sa akin. Hindi pa flame eh, matagal na siyang ember. Nagbabaga at nagniningas. Pero I never had the courage to begin. So siguro ngayon lang that I felt like bukod sa maturity, I have an amazing support system because of my wife, you know, Mike, Jonathan. Mas naging matapang lang talaga ako. But yeah, it's been a dream. So pangarap ko po itong mailabas talaga na album.
Thank you.
Yun lang, sila two.
Meron pa po ba? Ayan, si Sir. Hello po. Or nagbibill out po kayo? Okay, may question. Baka lang.
Ayun.
Si Direk po magbabayad. Kaya na po bahala.
Hi.
Ito na.
Hi. Yung mga questions ko, actually na-email ko sa'yo, hindi mo pa sinasagot.
Ay, hindi mo kasi ako masyadong ma-email. I-send nyo na lang sa Messenger.
Anyway,
Sorry. Ang dami kasi nangyayari.
alam ni Lisa.
Nasend na pala ni Lisa sa akin. It's my fault.
Anyway, I will
Sorry lang. It's my fault, Tito Nestor. It's my fault, my love. Okay.
Anyway, I will try to recall kung ano yung mga tinanong ko doon. Ang natatandaan ko doon is, kailan ka ba kakanta ng isang masayang kanta? Bakit lahat ng kanta mo ay malungkot?
Nahirapan ako sagutin. Okay. Can you give an example of a masayang kanta?
Like a virgin?
Hindi na po ka panibaniwala. Okay. Hindi, teka. No! Sa album may happy song, but it's still sad. It's still slow. Okay. So yun. May mga happy songs naman sa album, pero medyo mabagal siya. But if you're asking about fast songs, yung Anino is parang medyo may pagka-rock siya. So it's fast. So, but happy songs like, "Cause I'm happy," parang wala sa personality ko. Because I'm very like, ewan ko, parang pag masaya kasi ako, ini-enjoy ko lang yung pagiging masaya ko, hindi ko siya kinakanta eh. Parang mas talagang nailalabas ko yung emosyon ko pag malungkot ako.
So hindi ka pa nakasulat ng isang what would be considered a happy song?
Meron, but it didn't make the cut for this album. I wasn't confident with it. Because it's happy. But hopefully for the next one, maisama na siya. But it's a happy song because I wrote it as a wedding gift for Liza. So happy yun guys, promise happy yun. May mga kailangan na kami ayusin.
Kasi sanay na yung audience mo, puro ang songs mo, mga melancholy, ganun
Yeah.
hugot, ganun klase. Ano yung, isang itatanong ko sa'yo, hindi. Yung, hindi ka pa nakasulat at all ng ganung klaseng song, no? Wait, ay naalam ko na. You did have a happy childhood, I know that. So, where does this melancholy come from?
I think I know this.
Okay. Happy childhood. I chose to be happy. But the situation, it's complicated. So siguro, because I just chose to look at it in a happy perspective, from a happy perspective. Okay, to put context. In real life po, I'm not the type of person to express my problems. Hindi ako kagaya ng ibang tao na pag may problema, ilalabas sa Facebook or talk to friends, talk to family about it. It's only, recently like, I started talking about my problems or at least the things that I'm dealing with sa wife ko. For the longest time po, I'm so used to not expressing myself, especially the negative feelings, because alam ko, kapag lumaki akong dala ko yung problema ng buong pamilya. Lumaki ako na ako yung may responsibilidad sa buong pamilya. I cannot afford to be sad. I cannot afford to have problems. And if I do have problems, and if I did have problems back then, I chose to keep it to myself. So I think that's why I enjoy singing sad songs. Because that's the only way that I can express myself without having to magpasensya sa mga tao sa paligid ko. That's why on stage, when you see me singing sad songs, that's where I'm at my most, free. Kasi in real life, if I am expressing sadness, pag may nasabi akong hindi maganda, ma-hurt akong tao. Pag may nasabi akong ganito, pwedeng isipin ni ganito, it will cause so many complications. So pag nasa entablado ako, pag kumanta ako ng malungkot, walang issue, di ba? Kumanta lang ako ng malungkot. So I think that's why.
Sige, salamat. Akala namin kasi masaya ka all throughout kasi nasa Bulacan naman din.
I just chose to look happy and be
Thank
happy.
you. Here is G. Trilliana.
Ito, hindi na to sad, hopefully. Direk, can you talk more about the two men who are going to join you in the show? Sa Becoming Ice, you also had Bossing and you also had
Yeah.
Gary, right? So, magiging iba ba ang interaction this time? And what are their significance in your life for you to ask them to guest in your concert?
Okay, remember si Tito Gary when we had our interactions sa Becoming Ice? Kasi it was like fresh from the pandemic, so it wasn't there live, remember? So this time it will be live. I'm finally dancing with him on stage. And of course, Tito Vic. Well, ano bang significance itong dalawang taong to sa akin? Bata pa lang ako, idol ko na si Gary V. As in, ginagaya ko siya nung bata ako. Pati panginginig ng baba niya pag may tremolo, ginagaya ko yan nung bata ako. Hindi pa ako artista noon, wala pa ako sa showbiz. Idol ko na si Gary V. And si Tito Gary, para siyang naging parang pang-check ko ng milestone ng buhay ko. Kung nasaan na ba ako in terms of my career. Kasi idol ko siya eh. Di ba? Siya yung tinitingala ako. So imagine, from the Aiza before not being in the industry na idol to, and then finally naging tatay ko siya sa Papa's Girl. So nakasama ko siya as actors. And then when I started singing, nakasama ko siya on stage. So feeling ko yung pagle-level up ko, nababangga ko sa kanya kung saan mga aspeto ko siya nakakasama. And then, at one point in my life, na-direct ko siya sa isang event. So parang, wow, na-direct ko si Gary V. Ano yun? Tapos ginest niya ako sa concert niya. Wow, ginest ako ng idol ko. Ano yun? And then now, guest ko siya finally. And we will finally do the songs we did sa Becoming Ice live. Because we did it before na recorded. Of course, Tito Vic is like a second father to me. Ever since bata ako, when I started in the industry, siya yung, I can't even call him a mentor because he's more than that. He's like a dad. Because yung relationship namin transcended pa eh, sa nakikita nila sa screen eh. I would spend weekends with him, with his kids, sila Ate Danica, sila Oyo. Magkakasama kami sa kanila ng weekends. Bukod doon, he has supported me sa lahat ng aspeto sa buhay ko. And hanggang ngayon, nawala na rin ako mga magulang. So having him there is like, parang ano siya, paalala na wala man yung mga magulang ko, there will always be that person pa rin na nandun for me. Yeah. Parang papunta pa rin sa malungkot. Sorry, Miss G.
Sabi niyo po, Miss G,
Sorry, hindi ko sinasadya, Miss G.
Okay, thank you, Direk Ice. Meron pa po bang gusto mag-ask ng question? Alright, go po kayo.
Hello po, Direk Ice. Congrats po. Si Ken po from Kapamilya Kingdom. Ask ko lang po regarding po dito sa title po ng album and concert nyo, Being Ice. Pwede po bang ma-recall nyo sa amin para sa mga hindi nakakaalam paano po nyo nakuha yung screen name na Ice from previous?
Okay. Yung Ice kasi, bago pa siya naging, Ice ngayon, kilala na yun. Yan yung nickname ko sa school. Kasi habang haba sila sa Aiza. Haba eh, di ba? Wow, Aiza. So, ginawa na lang na yung Ice. And ako naman, trip ko siya kasi medyo chill pakinggan eh, di ba? Parang, mas gusto ko yun, honestly, mas parang, Ice, yeah, chill. So, when I transitioned as a trans man, no, parang, since, of course, naman yung mga dead name, di ba, mga ganyan. So, Aiza is now my dead name, right? But, ako, siguro, yun nga, doon mo rin nakikita na, iba-iba rin na experiences ng bawat trans people, di ba? There are other trans people who talagang don't use their dead name ever because probably it is associated with some sort of trauma that they've been through when they were kids. Ako naman, si Aiza, anong ganong klaseng trauma? I actually appreciate Aiza sa lahat ng mga pinagagawa niya ng kabataan niya. Yung mga pinagdaanan niya, I think Aiza is a very strong person. So, Ice, my name now, is still an homage to Aiza because Ice will always be part of Aiza. But Aiza is no longer Aiza. It's Aiza. So, it's still connected, but different.
So hindi po kayo yung parang na-offend kapag syempre yung mga older generation po, din po sila nasanay sa dead name yung kapag tinatawag pa rin po kayo sa ganun.
I'll be very honest, when I first transitioned, nung sobrang lakas talaga ng gender dysphoria, syempre na-offend ako. But siguro, as I matured, maintindihan mo na, a person's coming out is their own journey. But the people around that person, they also have their own journeys. Ang kaibahan lang ay, mas marami mga tao nakapaligid sa akin. Unlike other people na pag nag-come out sila, ang nandun lang ay pamilya, kaibigan. Ako, buong Pilipinas and some parts of the world. At iba-iba ng journey yun. And hopefully by me respecting their journey to understanding who I am now, they'll also respect mine. So ngayon, hindi na ako naiinis kung hindi called Aiza, especially if medyo nasa henerasyon na yan ng medyo matatanda na. And nakikita ko naman na hindi naman yung tipong out of spot, oy Aiza, hindi na, yun iba yun, doon mo offend ako, doon medyo, oy, teka lang ha. But ito yung tipong, sanay sila eh. I remind them na parang pabiro na ice na po. Pero I will never ever na, hindi mo ba alam na ako na si Isaac, no. No. Kasi feeling ko if I do that, I will alienate them more. And ayoko nun because I want them to love Ice now because they love Aiza and it's still the same person. I'm still the same person. So, yun, I'm not offended. I will assert, diba? That's very different from being defensive. I will assert na Ice na po. But, you know, there will always be a way to say it na hindi ka rin nakaka-offend ng iba. Kasi feeling ko, if hindi natin sila ino-offend or, you know, pinuput into a wall na maging defensive sila mismo yung lalapit at, ay, oo nga pala, Ice na. And I've had those experiences, ha. Naalala ko, meron group of mga older women, na mga lola, Aiza! Yung isa sa kanila, kasing ito na, uy, ano ka ba, Ice na yan ngayon. Diba? Mas masarap sa puso yung kasi, hindi, ako si Ice ako. No. But this is just me. Okay, this is me. Isa pa sa mga wins ko, like yun, diba? Parang, alam natin na, you know, marriage equality is still being frowned upon, diba? By society sometimes. So, minsan pag nilalakad ako sa mall, kunyari, Aiza, Ice. Nasaan yung asawa mo? Diba? For them to see Liza as not friend, but as a wife. At they're very comfortable to say that, nasaan yung asawa mo? As if that's the same thing they've asked their, alam mo yun, friend na, nasaan yung asawa mo? Ganun. So ako para sa akin, yun yung mga panalo sa akin eh. Na doon mo rin makikita na yes, hindi siya ganun kabilis, but that's shift of consciousness eh. Hindi natin pwedeng ipilit yan. At pag pinipilit natin, lalo magkakaroon ng tanso eh, lalo may friction eh. But we will always have to find different ways of making people understand and see that, hey, you know, I may be called this now, but I'm still the same person.
And last na lang po, regarding po sa yung mga na-experience mo po na yan, yung mga magaganda po na halimbawa, parang normalize na po nila yung sa atin po yung pagiging trans man, gano'n. Pero meron po kasi ibang mga artists na yung kapag umaamin sila or nire-reveal po nila yung identity nila, parang nawawalan ng support. Ano pong reaction mo sa ganun?
That was, yun talaga, during my time, early 2000s, totally true, na ang dami talagang nawawalan ng support. Magkaroon nga lang ng chismis eh, di ba? Hindi pa nga, wala pang no confirmation or denial. Nawawalan agad eh. But now it's easier. Honestly, the shift, may shift eh. At kita ko yun, you see more people from the community, from the LGBT community, na talagang being embraced. Siguro, right now kasi parang nagkaroon ng shift kasi marami na rin younger people, you know, and younger people, correct me if I'm right, but right now, more than image, what you value is authenticity. Tama? So parang ngayon, because of the emergence of younger people in the audience, mas nakikita nila yun, trip ko to, authentic to, gusto ko to kasi papakatotoo siya eh. As compared to before na hindi, ang image nito dapat squeaky clean, dapat child star, dapat love team, dapat a girl. Di ba? So, siguro meron at meron pa rin, and we're still a very conservative society, but we have, I'd like to think, and I'd like to believe that we have more wins now. We have more wins. We have shows like Drag Race Philippines. Diba? We have bars now, like our bar, Rampa. Diba? Na pinupuntahan ng mga tao. You see people from all walks of life doon. So, yeah, Vice ganda. Ang dami. Ang dami-dami. So siguro sabi ko lang sa mga artists, this is just based from my experience. I mean, like what I always say, my experience can be totally different from your experience. But at least sa experience ko, natutunan ko, we just have to be ourselves, but not, for lack of a better term, huwag din nating isalampak sa mukha ng mga tao. Let them accept us for who we are and find ways to make them understand. And, you know, on a very human level, and a very personal level. Kasi sometimes ngayon, especially I think, napapansin ko lang, mas woke generation tayo and we're all about labels. Oh, this is ganito. Oh, I'm like this. I'm ganyan. I'm like that. That's honestly like ako. I'm part of the community, but there are still like letters within that LGBTQIA to Z that, you know, parang, sorry, ano to? And that's already me. I'd like to think I'm very open-minded. Pero mas marami tayo na, ano yan? Ano itong mga letrang to? Di ba? So siguro yun, parang, labels are there. Yes, I get the need. But for me, it's for the individual, not for people to box you or for, alam mo yun? Pero siguro yun, I think we can always find different ways of connecting to people on a very personal level, sans all these terms, sans all these things. Kasi when it boils down to stories, we can always connect them. Kahit ano pa ako, kahit trans ako, nakaranas ka rin sa buhay mo na nag-friendzone ka, di ba? Nakaranas ka rin sa buhay mo. You know what I'm trying to say? So siguro, let's focus on these things more than labels. Let's focus on stories more than anything else. Yeah, siguro yun yung magbibigay ko.
Thank you so much po and congrats po.